Hello, my name is Anthony Mirando. I am an English teacher at Grafton High School.
I am Lisa Kittredge, and I am one of the art teachers here.
My name is Miss Yaxtis, and I am one of the history teachers here at Grafton High School.
I'm Katie Black, and I am an English teacher here at Grafton High School.
I'm Mrs. Wren. I'm an English teacher here at the high school.
Probably Matt Damon. He seems much more intellectual than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck seems like he would eat steak, and I'm a vegetarian, so.
I can't choose both.
It's like an equal.
Okay. I think Ben Affleck's more handsome, and I like taller men. So I'll go with him.
So normally I wouldn't have a preference. I think they're both great actors and very nice to look at. But I probably would have to say Matt Damon, just because I have been told that my boyfriend looks more like Matt Damon, so I feel like I have to pick him. Which is an awful reason, but it's true.
Matt Damon, Good Will Hunting.
Between Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I'd have to go with Matt Damon. I mean, Good Will Hunting, I kind of fell in love with him, so it's as simple as that.
I have two favorite superheroes. One is Storm, of the X-Men. I like that she can control the weather. And I also enjoyed the Scarlet Witch, who's one of the Avengers, because there's nothing better than being able to destroy the world.
I always liked Wonder Woman because she had a really cool outfit.
So I was thinking about this, and the only superhero movie I've really seen is The Avengers. So I'd probably just say one of them, like Captain America or Iron Man, but I really don't. I just never got into the whole superhero thing.
I don't think I have a favorite superhero, but since you're asking me, I'd probably say Batman, and it's because he lives in a Batcave.
Definitely Batman, because he's a normal guy, but somehow he can fight crime like he's a superhero. So props for that.
I think I'm gonna take after Storm. I'd like to control the weather and make it sunny and how it is today every single day.
To get the seniors out of here today.
I would like to be able to teleport. I think that would be wicked cool, and it would save time from getting from one place to another place. So that would definitely be my superpower, being able to teleport places.
Probably speed reading, so that I could get through the 65 epic hero essays that I have.
Either to be able to hold my breath underwater, like for as long as I wanted, or to be able to fly. Not sure why, just always wanted that.
Cool.
Do I have favorite musicians? The Beatles. They're on my wall. My favorite album is Revolver by the Beatles. And if you haven't listened to it yet, you're a fool.
Big fan of Jimmy Buffett. Love a lot of country music. Van Morrison, big fan. Bruce Springsteen. No particularly favorite album, no.
So Drake is definitely one of my favorites. You can do a close-up of my Drake poster in the back later. No, but I love him. I love his music. I think he's great. I really do just love all music. I love country. I obviously love like rap, R&B. The pop stuff is obviously really fun as well. Some oldies, James Taylor. I'm a big James Taylor fan. So music, I'm all over the place, but it's great.
My musical taste is far and wide. So my favorite band of all time is the Smashing Pumpkins. And then very close, my favorite album would then be Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. But I wouldn't say that one particular album or artist defines my musical taste, because I'm kind of all over the place.
My taste in music is kind of all over the place. I like Protest the Hero and Dream Theater on one side of the spectrum, and on the other side, I direct theater, so I like show tunes, I like classical music. So to choose one would be a decision I don't think I could make.
When when I was in college, I saw Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys play Pet Sounds in its entirety, and it was the most amazing experience of my life.
I really haven't gone to many, many concerts. I was a Parrot head for many, many years, so probably one of the Jimmy Buffett concerts or Bruce Springsteen puts on a good show.
So I think it was 2 or 3 summers ago now, for my sister's birthday, I bought her Luke Bryan tickets at Gillette, and we went together, and it was just so much fun. Just the night was so much fun. You know, sisters, sometimes we fight. We didn't fight at all that night. It was great. The concert was amazing. He's an awesome performer. So definitely going to Luke Bryan with her was probably the best concert I've ever been to.
Best concert I've ever been to would probably be Billy Joel and Elton John at Gillette Stadium. It was dueling pianos. It was really awesome. Everyone was always singing along. I was there with my whole family, so it was just a lot of fun, and it was great music.
So truly the best concert I've ever been to was I saw Billy Joel and Elton John, and they did that like dueling piano thing where, you know, what they would start playing, you know, Billy Joel would start playing Rocket Man and Elton John would start playing Piano Man, and like it was really, really cool.
That's so funny. Mrs. Ren said the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah, like exact same thing.
That's
as well.
awesome.
I'm a dog person. Cats are cranky. I don't like cranky people.
Cats are creepy. Cats are totally creepy. They just jump out from underneath the bed. They attack you for no reason. Dogs, hands down.
So I would probably have to go with dogs. I have a cat right now, and I love her. She's really cool, but like they're kind of, I'm definitely more of a dog person. Right now, cat is just much easier to take care of, so that is why I have a cat. One day I will have a dog, and I'm sure I will prefer that, but dogs are just, they're so much work. It's like having a little kid, so right now it's just easier to have a cat. But I do love animals, so I had to have one of the two.
So I have a dog and a cat, and I'm sure it's not nice to have a favorite. But my dog is actually less destructive. My cat's kind of a jerk, so dog.
My Clara is the best pet in the world, so I would have to go with dogs. I'm a little bit obsessed, but I think that's okay.
I mean,
Pretty much an open book.
yeah.
Well, I went to art school, and then I dropped out of art school. Not many people know that I lived in New York for a while until I couldn't take it anymore and I left.
I think something, at least like not a lot of people here know, is that like I get very nervous, especially sometimes like the beginning of the year, like first couple days of school. I get very nervous like talking in front of the class, and it actually takes a little while to kind of get into the swing of things. And so, yeah, I mean, especially for being a teacher, that's something that you usually don't hear, but I get pretty nervous at the beginning of the year.
I don't know. I'm kind of an open book, so something that not many people know. In a way, I'm kind of introverted.
In addition to teaching English, I also sing professionally, and I've traveled to Greece on a cruise ship, being the entertainment on the cruise ship when I was in college.
I actually like Tyler Hamilton.
When I was 18, I left Grafton and I moved right to New York City. And then from New York City, I moved to Boston, and now I live back in this area. But when I was 18, I was like, I'm getting out of Grafton. So, and I did. But now I'm back.
So this actually works out great for I think what you're trying to figure out with this question. I'm actually in the process of looking for a house right now, but I actually still live at home. So I graduated school 2 years ago, and when I graduated, I just moved home to save money. I have student loans, unfortunately, so it's been nice just to stay home and be able to save a lot of what I'm making right now and pay off some of the loans that I do have. So I'm in the process of buying a house. So hopefully by this August, I will be moved out. I really can't tell you where quite yet, but yeah, so I'm still there right now, I guess.
I moved out of my parents' house when I was, I don't know, 17 years old, going to college. I guess at the time maybe I was 18. So I went to college, and then I moved back when I was, I don't know, 23-ish. Yeah.
I think I finally moved out of my parents' house about probably 22. And where did I go?
Yeah.
I moved to Worcester.
So when I graduated college, I moved back in with my parents for a while and started paying off some college loans. And then when I was 24, I got engaged, and I got married when I was 25, and we moved to Worcester.
I didn't always want to be a teacher. I actually wanted to be an artist, and that was my first career choice. But you can't make a lot of money painting, so I realized that I love English and literature in particular, and then I decided I wanted to be a professor. But then I didn't want to write all those research articles because that's how you keep your job as a professor. So then I decided I want to be a teacher because I love talking about books. I get to talk about books all day. It's an awesome job.
I knew I always wanted to be in education. When I was in high school, I had a couple awesome history teachers, and that's really what inspired me to go into education. Eventually, maybe someday, I'd like to move up and be an administrator or even possibly teach at the college level. But I want to be in education. I've known this is something I've always wanted to do. I like the school setting. I like the whole idea behind teaching kids. So this is definitely my right field of my right profession, I guess.
I didn't always want to be a teacher. I went to school started as an exercise sports major, and then switched to business. Always had an art minor throughout the whole thing. Didn't really know what I wanted. Started working in investments for a couple of years, and then realized way too young to be working this much, and went back to school to become a teacher.
For a while, I thought that I was going to Worcester State for their nursing program, and I decided against that. I went to Assumption originally to major in biotechnologies. Obviously, I changed my mind again, and now I'm an English teacher.
I always wanted to be a teacher because those who can't teach.
That wouldn't hurt your job by saying it.
Probably not one thing. I was just kind of an obnoxious child. So I would say that there wasn't one thing. I think I was just kind of annoying. I was kind of a brat.
Oh, well, when I was a junior in high school, I was on the varsity soccer team, and I quit because I couldn't take it anymore. I hated the competitiveness, so I quit, and then I became a theater kid. And at the moment, that was the worst thing I ever did because they had invested so much time and money into me playing soccer, and my dad still holds it against me.
I was, I don't want to say I was boring, but my sister and I, we were pretty easy kids to have. It was just the two of us. We were pretty good. I think the worst thing is, like, my sister and I were really close in age. We're only like a year and a couple months apart. So we would just fight a lot, and I think that just kind of drove them nuts because we really didn't appreciate each other when we were in high school. It's gotten better now, but I think that was like the biggest thing. We were just so competitive with each other, and we would be on a high note one day, and then like 5 minutes later, we would just be at each other's throats. So I think that was really tough for them.
I'll probably drive really fast and doing really dumb, stupid teenage stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I've made some mistakes, but I don't think I've made any mistakes big enough for my parents to still think about it. They might have something different to say if you asked them, but I'm not sure. Not because I don't have a lot to choose from, but I don't know.
I think one of the happiest moments of my life was when I actually got the job as a teacher. That was probably one of the best days I ever had, and you can ask Miss Black about that, because I was really happy I got the job as an English teacher.
the birth of both my children and marrying my husband.
Studying abroad. So I was able to study abroad right after I graduated with my bachelor's, and we went, there was a bunch of us, we went for like a 2.5-week trip of Europe, and just every day there, I just remember thinking like, this is just so amazing, like everything was so great, and so those were probably like the best 2.5 weeks of my entire life so far. It was so much fun, and just the experiences there were amazing.
One of the happiest moments of my life. I'm supposed to say my wedding day, right? That seems like a pretty standard answer. And I think that's true. But I also have a lot of other memories with my husband and with my friends that are pretty high up there and awesome days.
Happiest moment in my life was probably when I got married, August 6th, 2011, to my wonderful husband, Brian.
Do not let anyone tell you that you cannot do what you want in life. You only get one shot. You gotta do what you wanna do. Don't listen to people that are older than you that say, oh, we'll try it and maybe, you know. No, do what you wanna do because you only have one chance to do it and you need to follow your dreams. Don't listen to anyone else. Don't follow it because it's about money. Do it because you have a passion for what you wanna do. That's how you gotta live. You don't wanna be 60 on your deathbed and thinking, wow, that was a waste. Do and follow your passions, people.
Yes, so a couple things for this one. Number one, travel. If you get the chance to go anywhere over the summer to study abroad, do it. It is 100% worth the money, and those experiences will be priceless, especially as you grow up. The second thing is just try everything. Try new things, join different clubs, just get involved. That's the kind of stuff that you really get to figure out who you are. You know, as you do new things, you meet new people, you get involved in things that you might not have normally done in high school. That's really how you can find yourself. And then the last thing, just don't be scared to like make mistakes. Even when you graduate school, you're gonna still make mistakes. When you graduate, you're only gonna be 21, 22, you're still so young, and so it is okay if you don't know what to do or if you make some mistakes along the way. Like, you have plenty of time to figure it out before, you know, you really need to. So just don't stress too much, don't get too caught up in that, and if you make a mistake, just learn from it, and, you know, hopefully all those other experiences that you've had in the past will help you kind of figure out exactly what to do.
Be true to yourself. Find something that you like to do. Enjoy what you do. Make the most of everything that you do at college. It's going to be what you make of it. And as far as life lessons, be happy. Don't be bitter. Don't hold on to things. And try to spend your life with your best friend.
If I had any advice for seniors going off to college, it would be don't think that you need to have your whole life planned right now. A lot of times we'll feel like that, and you are making some big decisions, but you still have time to change the whole path of your life. So don't be afraid to take risks.
Don't take life too seriously.